So first things, I wanted to make sure I thank the kids. Thank you guys. We really appreciate all the work you put into this, okay? Thank you for doing this for us. And thank you to Joanna and Vanjie and Ryan and all the other adults who I don't know who they are, who made this all happen. What a blessing for us today as we gather and remember, if you will, the reason for the season. Let's start right there. It says Christmas meditation. I really like that word for a place for us to start this morning. Not Christmas, although that's an important one, but the word meditation. To set aside all the other stuff of this season, and focus our attention on the real reason why we celebrate this time of year. Because let's face it, there's a lot of other stuff out there. And it's not that it's all that bad. We've already been reminded this morning, and we reminded more and more this morning by the kids, that trees and lights and ornaments and stars and angels and even presents can be a great reminder of Jesus and his coming to us as a baby. But that stuff and even so much other stuff that goes on this year can also be a tremendous distraction to us. I saw a video, I guess it was sometime last week, and in it a young man was in a room, and in walks Jesus. Long hair, beard, jeans and a t-shirt, right? And he walks in and he says, "I'm ready to go celebrate my birthday." And the young man looks at him and says, "Well, you're not going dressed like that, are you?" And so the young man puts a red coat on him with white fur around the cuffs and the lapel, and a Santa-looking hat on his head, hands him a little Christmas tree, probably a couple feet tall, in his one hand, puts a wreath around his other arm, and then starts loading his arms up with gifts, little wrap packages, and bags of chips, and all the things that you need for a celebration. And here's Jesus, all like this with all this stuff, and then he takes Christmas lights and wraps them around him. Okay, and just about that moment, a third walks in and says, "It's time for the party. Where's Jesus? And who's that?" He was so covered up and loaded down with all the other stuff of this season that you couldn't even see him anymore. Kind of profound, I thought, as we go through this Christmas time. As the old adage goes, the saying, right, Jesus is the reason for the season. Although lately I've started to wonder whether Jesus would actually agree with that. I mean, there's no doubt that Jesus is supposed to be the center of our attention at this time of the year. I mean, after all, right? He's the one whose birthday we're celebrating. He's the one who was promised long ago to Adam and Eve as the one who would come and save all mankind from our sin. He's the one that was promised would come from the family of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and from the family of David. He's the one the prophets told the prophecies about, to be born in Bethlehem, born of a virgin, even suffer and die. He's the one who was born. He's the one who grew up and lived a sinless life. He's the one who was arrested, beaten, hung on a cross carrying our sinfulness. He's the one who was placed in a tomb. He's the one who on the third day rose from that tomb. He's the one who has sent us, his body, the church, to go out and tell everybody else about him. He's the one who ascended into heaven and has promised to come back and take us to be with him. He's the one this is all about. But I've been wondering lately, if we were to ask Jesus, what's the reason for all of that? Why? Why, Jesus, did you do all of that? And I think his answer would be, I did it all for you. Every single bit of it for you. You're the reason I did all that. So let's celebrate today. The kids are going to do this wonderful job of reminding us. Let's really listen to them. And let's celebrate. Because Jesus was born for us.